It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And the injury to Lance Stevenson, this is really big news.
Well, since the last game when we saw him leave with that injury, the news appears to have gone from bad to worse, guys, and that's terribly disheartening. The speed of that young player, man, we're going to miss that, and he could be out a long time.
Yeah, and certainly not the news he nor his teammates were hoping for. But he'll just have to rededicate himself to the rehab process, and hopefully he can come back better than ever.
And the Clippers starting five. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Williams is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Noah, and it's George in at the small forward. Now here's Anthony. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. Here's Whiteside. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
A shot by George, wide open. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, last season, Hassan Whiteside made a huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks, big rebound total. But he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspension.
The 19-foot shot. And it's Anthony again missing. Jackson passes to Williams. Leonard with no one around. George dishes to Leonard. Jackson kicks to George. Shoots over Lillard. And George gets it to go. George has got his first 2 points of the night. And gee, as you said with Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt. It's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the mental lapses that get him tossed from games and hurt his team.
Clock at 2. Here's Anthony, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Jackson kicks to Leonard. Dishes to George. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Clippers with the ball after the Trailblazers pick up 2.
How about that screen by Noah?
For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against Houston.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Jackson kicks to George. Noah with a screen for George. Shoots off the screen. Rebounded by McCollum.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Anthony. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. From 12 feet out. Right side, no good.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Conley kicks to Anthony. Buries the jumper to finish the break. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
The 11-footer. They get the rebound. Leonard with a screen on Lillard. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. And another shot. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Outside Anthony. Conley setting the pick for Anthony. He kicks it to Lillard. Launches a three. The rebound by Paul George. Clippers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Down low, here's Leonard. And he finishes nicely on the layup. It's a tie ball game.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Lillard outside. Pass to Carmelo. Puts up the baby hook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one on George. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh.
All right,
all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
First free throw is good.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
So he gets them both.
And guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Offensive rebound. Jackson. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
Lillard with it. He definitely had a good game in their win against the Rockets. From deep. No good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And talk about a team that just never seemed to get into a rhythm offensively. It was just an ugly game to watch.
Yeah, that's an understatement. I mean, they didn't appear to have any kind of cohesiveness in terms of game plan. And they never figured out how to attack the defense in that one.
Here's Jackson. Following the score by Damian Lillard. Leonard kicks to George. There's the pick. Noah the screen. And George, here we go. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Chris Kaman's checked in for Whiteside. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year. And it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And talking about Whiteside, he isn't completely out of the woods yet. I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned his maturity, challenged him to be more reliable, and for the most part, he was after those incidents.
Four on the clock. Jackson dishes to George. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points here for George. The Trailblazers have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting.
And you know, the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer. Second in the league in blocked shots last season. Also posted the second best field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
And the basket by McCullough.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
And here's Jackson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Cullen passes to Vonleh. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. George with the ball. Lillard picks him up. And that one hits back iron.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Inside, Leonard with the steal. Left side, Williams. And he drops it in from the low post. Williams has got 5 points so far.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Now, here's Lillard. And get a load of his scoring totals. Huge numbers for him. An average of just about 29 points a game. That's good. McCollum's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Jackson kicks it to Noah. Leonard with the ball. Vonleh on him. Off the screen. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one is on Kamen.
Well, you know that Kawhi Leonard has an incredible reach with his arms, but even his hands are just massive, measured at 10 inches long and 11 inches wide. Wow.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Well, to give some perspective on Leonard's hand size that Greg was talking about, Clark, those measurements, 11 by 10, are what you typically would find on 7-footers. Well, this kid's 6'6", 6'7".
Yeah, and I'm 6'9", and I'm about 9 by 7, okay?
Oh.
So that just lets you know. The only other hands comparable to that, Dr. J.
Ooh, yes, huge. Kawhi Leonard with another great season last year, earned his first Defensive Player of the Year award with his outstanding play.
And for Leonard, he became the first perimeter player to win one since 2004. That just shows you how incredible his defense was at times.
Shot clock at 6. They push it up 4 on 3. Back to Beverly. Screen by Smith. Beverly dishes to Smith. A beautiful reverse layup.
And, you know, for Leonard, you can add that Defensive Player of the Year award to his hardware list, and that puts him in elite company, one of only 3 players to win Defensive Player of the Year and Finals MVP. The other 2, Jordan and Olajuwon.
Here's Lillard following the score by Josh Smith. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Leonard.
And for Leonard, winning the Defensive Player of the Year didn't change him at all. I mean, he received a car for winning that award and gave it to charity. Went out of his way to thank his teammates during his acceptance speech. I mean, I think it speaks of his character and really the impact that Popovich has had on him and that entire Spurs team.
Okay, time now for an injury report. Let's check in with Doris Burke for an injury update on Noah Vonleh. Doris?
Kevin, I briefly chatted with the head athletic trainer for the Portland Trailblazers. Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. The season is young, but that is tough news to get at any point in the year. We'll see how well the team comes together in his absence. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Guys, the only thing you can wish for is that the prognosis isn't quite as bad as they're making it out to be.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Was really hoping for better news than that, but that does not sound encouraging.
It sure doesn't. I mean, that's a really hard blow there.
Here's Aminu. That misses off the backboard.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Marcus Morris. George against Henderson. Three-pointer, Lillard finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Beverly against Lillard. In the corner, George with it. That's short off the rim.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, I briefly spoke with Doc Rivers. He told me it's a fun challenge trying to slow down a team that's so cagey and opportunistic offensively. He said, of course we've done our scouting, but this is the first time we've seen them firsthand this season. So it'll be interesting to see if we can take them out of their sets and slow them down at that end. Guys, they'll have to be solid defensively. Back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks. Well, guys, it really makes sense to have their defense poised to deal with the great shooters on the floor tonight.
It really does. If they can't keep the damage done by those guys to a minimum, then it's going to be a long night.
No secret about that. I mean, when they're able to get into a rhythm shooting the ball, they can put a lot of points on the board in a hurry.
The first free throw is good. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. That one misses.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Lillard, the pass to Aminu. Screen by Nurkic. Sanders with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And Beverly kicks to George. They get it again. In the corner, it's Morris. Smith dishes to Morris. There's the feed to Beverly. Drains it from 17 feet out. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. Clippers ahead. They let's take a moment to hear a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really inexperienced, not knowing what this league was about. And I went through so many stages. I've grown tremendously over my career.
Kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know, that's a great point there, Kevin. I mean, like he says, he really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as an adult person in society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Clippers?
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting some.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Smith. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Sanders in at the center. Now here's Whiteside. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Anthony. He has 6. The shot misses. Smith with some nice D.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
There's a reason why they have 3 seconds in the lane, and that interior play has made a big difference in this game.
5 on the clock. Leonard attacking. Good. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
And look at it, a significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Yeah, they've played with more hunger. Very impressive with the effort they put on the glass. I like that tenacity.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Well, you got to put a body on your man when the shot goes up. That's just fundamental basketball. They're giving up way too many offensive rebounds.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Conley's checked in. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Clippers. Trailblazers trail by 9. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Puts up the baby hook. There's the bucket. Good. Whiteside's got 4 points in the quarter. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Over in the corner, Beverly. Noah with a screen for Beverly. Noah, the Clippers keep it alive. Smith, tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Cullen passes to Carmelo. No good from outside.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those. You know, for Carmelo last season, it was Murphy's Law. What could go wrong did go wrong. After signing Melo to a max deal, the Knicks management expected a bunch from him, but with the new offense and a bad knee, it didn't happen.
Outside, good.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Smith sets the pick for Jackson. Screen by Smith. Leonard, that's for 2. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Trailblazers trail by 7. Anthony dishes to Henderson. Now here's McCollum. He had 28 points in the win against Houston.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
On the wing, Jackson. Teardrop shot, and Whiteside sends it back. It's Henderson on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Henderson, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Now the dish to Leonard. Again, Leonard missing. The Trailblazers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Now here's McCollum. He's covered by Leonard. Smith against Whiteside. 6 to shoot. Puts up the baby hook, and that one's good. And now just a 2-point Clipper lead.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as you recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Lou Williams is checked in for Los Angeles. L.A.'s gone 0-2 from deep here in the second.
And, you know, just as you said, Portland didn't have enough to get by the Grizzlies in the first round. Ended up losing in 5 after taking 1 game, and that was game 4. Just had a hard time breaking down the Memphis defense.
Now here's Jackson, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of one.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Now McCollum. Anthony down low. He's covered by Leonard. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Another loss for the Blazers when they were the 4 seed, as you mentioned. As a franchise, they have lost in the first round every time they have ended up as the 4 seed. Not exactly a good position for them to be in.
Down low, here's Noah. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Noah's got his first points of the night.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
McCollum kicks to Henderson. Feeds it to Whiteside. 6 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Henderson. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. That's good. And that's 13 points for C.J. McCollum.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make him pay.
Outside Williams. From the baseline. And again, Josh Smith. Smith's got 8 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Poked loose. Oh, and here he comes. Noah all alone. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. That's good. 10 points for Smith.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Longley, the pass to Anthony. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
Nobody near Williams. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. And now a 10-point Clipper lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Anthony, and nothing is falling for him right now.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
And here's Leonard from 3. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. Out to Anthony. From past the arc. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got 9.
You look at them and what they're trying to do on offense, and I like it. I really do. I like the way they're using the entire court. They're spreading themselves out. And when you spread yourself out and make the extra pass, it gives you a chance to get good looks from behind the three-point line, and they're draining their chances.
The shot by Vonleh no good.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Noah with a screen on Anthony. Jackson has the open look. Los Angeles with another miss.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Right side a screen. McCollum kicks to Whiteside. Here's Vonleh, powered down with both hands.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
That's good. And 12 points for Josh Smith.
And Coach Doc Rivers wears multiple hats for this organization. Not only is he the head coach, but also in charge of all basketball operations, really the leader in a lot of ways for this team.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Thinking about Doc Rivers being a leader, he was like that on the floor, Clark, as well. You know that. You went against him.
A leader and a winner, no doubt about it. And there have been a lot of coaches that came from his old Celtics team. And of all of them, perhaps the least surprising is Doc Rivers for the reasons we just mentioned. Leader and coach on the floor.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Chris Kaman has checked in for Whiteside. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Vonleh. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Gerald Henderson. Now here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. The pass to Aminu. Clock at 4 to the middle. Three-pointer Lillard. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Sanders has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks it to Williams. From outside the arc. That ball's nice feed that time from George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's McCollum. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a short under 20 points a game right now. Nurkic a screen on Morris. Right wing. Lillard from outside. Again the miss by Lillard.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half of basketball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good off the back of the rim.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Williams dishes to Sanders. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Let's take a look at where the Portland Trailblazers stack up as the season gets underway. 3rd in steals, 7th in rebounding. They are in the top 3rd of the league in assists. With the quality of players they have, you thought they might be better there, but not bad.
And you look at all those steals. I mean, they play an in-your-face, aggressive style of defense. Even advancing the ball can prove to be a challenge, and they tend to feed off of that.
And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. Kaman passes to Nurkic. To stop the run. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Clippers leading by 10. And Beverly kicks to Morris. Rebound by the Trailblazers. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Two conference foes, guys, looking to take game 1 tonight. It's very interesting to see who can land the first blow.
Over in the corner, Williams. They set the pick. Screened by Sanders. Williams dishes to Sanders. Takes the 3. Williams can't get it to go. Trailblazers trail by 8. 27 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets the bucket. That's 7 points for Lillard. Los Angeles has gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Williams with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And also defensively, he was really aggressive. I mean, matter of fact, he had 4 steals over the course of that game.
Fires the 3. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And the first half is now in the books. Clippers lead by 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
No, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're trying to get up and down, get going somewhere somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Lou Williams has been having a big night. He had 13 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. It's really great to see him back to what appears to be top form coming off the injury. There's a sense of reassurance that he's healthy after the first 2 quarters back. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They're getting out-rebounded by a Shaq-sized margin, really big. From the get-go, they did not show enough effort. Usually when you're being out-rebounded like that, you're 10, 15 points behind, so things could definitely be worse.
And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.